In today's video, I've got a deck of playing cards because we're going to talk about playing the hand that you're dealt. What's up, VIPs? Derek here, and I know in my family over the years, we've played a lot of cards. It seems like when we get together, we'll sit down and we'll play euchre or rummy or poker or something like that. In fact, my kids now will go to my parents' house and they'll break out the poker chips and, pass them around and have a really good time because playing cards is just one of those things that a lot of people do. It's just kind of something that everybody sort of knows about and you learn over the years and along the way. But playing cards can give us a really good analogy for how we live our life and what things happen, the good, the bad, and the ugly as we journey through this thing called life. By the way, if you're new around here, my name is Derek and I help people just like you to discover life after sight loss. Here you'll find product reviews, life advice, encouragement, how-tos, and so much more. So if all that sounds good to you, make sure to follow, like, and subscribe to stay up to date with all my latest content. Now, having played a few hands of cards in my day, I know that the first thing that happens is everybody gets dealt their cards. Whether it's euchre, whether it's rummy, whether it's poker, whether it's go fish, everybody gets dealt their cards. And so you get dealt, you get dealt, you get dealt, you get dealt. It doesn't, it depends on the game how many cards you get, but you get passed out a certain number of cards, and then you, in most cases, look at those cards and determine what you're going to do. For example, in poker, you look at your cards and you see, okay, do I have any matches? Do I have anything that would be a run, like a full house or a straight or something like that? If you're playing rummy, if you're playing euchre, you basically look at your cards and determine what are you going to do with your hand. Now, some of the cards in your hand are going to be great. They're going to be aces and kings or whatever. They're going to be awesome. And then some of the cards in your hand are probably going to be, well, somewhat useless. If you're playing poker and you've got 3 aces and a 2 and a 3, well, those 3 aces are going to be awesome. Then the 2 or 3 are kind of going to be a throwaway. Because let's face it, if you got 3 aces, you're probably going to win that hand. But those other cards are kind of like, well, they're not really helpful and they could hurt you in the end. But you play all of the cards. Now, in some games, you can give back some of the cards, but when you get the new ones, you still don't get to pick them. And that's the key. You don't get to pick the cards that you're dealt. You don't get to say, hey, by the way, could I have 4 aces and a king? That would be really great. Or maybe an ace, king, queen, jack, and a 10. That'd be really helpful. And the dealer says, okay, great. Let me look through these cards. Here's an ace. Here's a king. No, that's not how it works. You get the cards you're dealt, and then you determine what you're going to do with that hand. So without over-explaining it too much longer, basically, you look at your hand, and then you decide to either play that hand or forfeit that hand. You don't get to play some of the cards and forfeit the rest. You have to either play all of them or forfeit all of them. Now, just as a side note, you might be thinking, well, in that example, you played the 3 aces and you didn't worry about the 2 and the 3. Yes, but my point is, you don't just say, I want to get rid of the 2 and the 3 and try to get some more aces. And then if you get more aces or you get another 3 and a 4, no, I want to keep going. Give me some more aces. Now, you don't get to pick. The whole hand is the whole hand. You got to play it all or you forfeit it all. And see, in life, that's a great analogy because we don't get to pick the cards we're dealt, if you will. There's that old saying of play the hand you're dealt. And so, for example, if you are living your life and you get dealt certain cards, you got to play those cards. You see, in the game of life, you don't really give cards back. Well, I guess you could reject certain things, but that's really the hand you're dealt. So in this case, let's just go along here and figuratively play the game of life for a second, okay? So the cards are dealt, and you get you're going to have a great house. Awesome, that sounds wonderful. Okay, let's play now. Oh, your marriage is going to be super. Wonderful, I can't wait for a good marriage. Okay, great. You're going to have a great job. Okay, I can't wait. Okay, and you're going to lose your sight. I'm sorry, what? You're going to lose your sight. I don't think I really want to do that. Well, that's the hand you're dealt. You're going to lose your sight. Well, can I trade that card? No, you can't trade that card. Well, can I, switch it around with something else? No, that's not how this works. You play the hand you're dealt. So am I going to lose my job? Well, no, you're going to have a great job. Okay, well, great. Next time. Oh, you are going to lose your job. What? Yeah, sight loss is going to cause you to lose your job. That stinks. Sorry. What? Wait. What about my marriage and my nice house? Well, you are going to have a great marriage, and you're going to have a really nice house. Well, how am I going to keep my house if I lose my job? Well, it doesn't say you're going to lose your house. It just says you're going to lose your job. Okay, well, let's keep going. Oh, you're going to take a vacation every year. Oh, that sounds good. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Is this anything going? Well, how am I going to keep that vacation every year if I lose my job? Well, it doesn't say anything yet. Okay. Oh, you're going to get a new job. Oh, awesome, great, wonderful, yeah. Oh, you're going to lose a loved one early. This game really sucks. Well, sometimes life can be that way. You see, that's the thing about playing the game of life. Well, it's not really a game, now is it? No, the thing about it is, you get the really good cards and you get what we would consider the bad cards. But that's the thing. All of them are together. You don't get good cards only. You don't get bad cards only. You get a mixture of all of them. And that's the hand you play. Some of your cards might say you're going to have a great personality. You're going to be the life of the party. But you're also going to have social anxiety. And it's like, that doesn't make any sense. How can this be? And that's just the way life works sometimes. And the thing I want to tell you about this is that when sight loss comes along, we think, oh my gosh, it negates all of these other things. And you see, it doesn't. You see, if you're going to have a great marriage and you're going to have a really nice house, sight loss doesn't automatically negate that. Now, yes, you might lose your job because of sight loss. You might have some financial difficulties because of sight loss. But it doesn't automatically negate those things. And having a bad card doesn't mean you have to get rid of all your good cards. And I put those in quotes because I think we get lost in this idea of this is good and this is bad. Sight loss is bad. Well, I wouldn't consider it great, but, we consider it bad or negative. And we consider, having a good relationship a positive, which, it definitely is. But if you're playing the game of life, you get the good, you get the bad, you take them both, and there you have, actually that's the facts of life. But you see where I'm going with this. The point is, in your life, you're going to have lots of different things. You're going to have the good, you're going to have the bad, you're going to have all of it together. You don't get to give cards back, but a lot of times you keep getting new cards, and there's always that chance of getting something good, something bad. But you keep playing the hand you're dealt, because the only other alternative to playing the hand you're dealt is to forfeit the entire hand. And that is not something you want to do. So I want to encourage you today, if you're feeling a little because of these bad cards you have, focus on the good cards. Focus on the things that are positive in your life. And make sure to remember that everything is in your hand. And you don't want to forfeit all of your cards, so you want to play the hands you're dealt. So my question for you today is this: what are some of the cards in your hand? What are some of the things that you have been dealt in life? We all know, if you're watching this, most likely sight loss has affected you. But what are some other things in your life, good, bad, or otherwise? Have you had a job loss? Do you have a great relationship? Do you have a nice house? Have you lost a loved one in recent times? What are some of the cards that you have in your hand? And how do you play the hand you're dealt? I'd love to hear about it, and I know others would as well, so let me know in the comments below. Hey, if you liked today's video, make sure to show your support by giving it a big thumbs up and sharing it out with somebody that you know. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications so that you don't miss another single video. Thanks so much for watching wherever you are, and until next time, remember that sight loss isn't the end, it's just the beginning. My name's Derek Daniel from LifeAfterSightLoss.com, and I'll see you in the next one.